Everything is energy. So in order for you to maximize your time, you need to understand that each day holds its own energy. Mondays are ruled by the moon. So if you want something to be permanent, you do not start it on a Monday. Mondays are amazing for setting intentions and also setting the emotional tone for your week, because Mondays are going to feel a little moody. We are not designed to have the energy that we need on a Monday, because Mondays are really for rest. The only sign that's ruled by the moon is Cancer, so think maternal, nurturing. It's time for you to nurture yourself. Honor your emotions on this day. Be mindful of what you eat, because the moon actually rules the body as well. Meditate, journal, and create the positive vibe, because this is going to set the tone for your week. Now, Tuesday is ruled by Mars. Tuesday is for execution. If Monday is for planning, Tuesday is for getting shit done. This is actually the best day to start your work week. I honestly think Sunday and Monday should be the weekend, but I don't get to decide those things. So Tuesday is a great day for getting things done and getting a project off the ground. Get excited for your goals for the week. Knock out as many tasks as you possibly can. Get active, work out. Like, Tuesday is really great for making progress. But be careful not to argue on a Tuesday, because Mars rules that part of us, okay? So we just got to understand that that energy is present. And if you get to arguing with somebody on a Tuesday, you're using that energy improperly. Wednesdays are ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the planet of communication. If you don't believe me, what did they tell us last week on Wednesday? That aliens exist. Yeah. The reason being is Wednesdays are best to have difficult conversations and to deliver important messages. It's also a great day for networking and brainstorming. So reflect on your communication style, send those emails, link up with family members, make your to-do list, and write your weekly manifestations. Thursdays are ruled by Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion and abundance. So it is the perfect day for you to learn something new. Thursday holds an immense amount of positive energy, so it's a great day for you to reflect and also show gratitude. If you are trying to change your mindset, this is the perfect day to do it. Now, it's no coincidence that we all love a good Friday. Now, Friday is actually ruled by Venus. Venus is the planet of beauty and pleasure, so it's great for you to do something that you love or something that makes you feel good on Friday. It's great for first date. It's the best time for you to socialize, kick back, and network with other people. There's also a very creative energy to Friday, but it's about treating yourself. It's about indulging in the pleasures of life, which makes it an awesome day for self-love. So if you have a self-love, self-care routine, switch it to Friday. Saturday is ruled by Saturn, which is discipline, structure. So running errands, getting things done, all of that should happen on a Saturday. Sundays are ruled by the sun, so it's a great day to recharge. Prioritize whatever puts a smile on your face.
Here in the Vatican is a very interesting picture of, this is a sculpture in the Vatican, and it is showing Jesus' mother, the Virgin, which is Virgo, the Virgin of the Zodiac, holding her newborn son, S-U-N. And this is in the Vatican. Both baby Jesus and the grown-up Jesus are trying to show you what it's all symbolizing. It's symbolizing sun worship. Here you have the baby Jesus showing you the sun. Here the sun worship in the Jerusalem temple, the ancient Hebrews worshiping the sun. Today we have the Pope, all over the world carrying the sun symbol for the sun. This is not a man on a cross. This is obviously sun worship. And you will see the sun everywhere. Here the Pope. This is what is being promoted throughout the world as Christianity, but which is in fact sun worship. The ancient Egyptians pictured the sun had wings. And we see it, the sun is rolling across heaven. The sun in India and the Hindu worship of the sun. Now here we have the Inca priest kneeling on an altar and offering up the wine in the altar to the sun god. The same you will see in Japan. You'll see in England. They're singing praises and a hymn to the rising sun. The wood carving picture of the Jews and worshiping the sun. And here again is the four Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And they're writing about their Savior, the sun. Because Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John is spring, summer, autumn, winter. The four seasons are symbolically represented by four Gospels. This is a very important book showing that the sun in the church today, cathedrals are solar observatories. Now, of course, in India, the most important sun god in India was Krishna. We know that the Jesuits, when they went into India back in the 1500s, they learned very quickly the whole religion of God's Son, the light of the world in India, who was Krishna. And they came back and infiltrated those teachings and concepts into what we call Christianity. This is the work of the church borrowing the stories from the ancient world of sun gods who died on the cross. Now here is an ancient Babylonian king, and his name was Shemesh. And he was a Babylonian sun king, and you'll see the altar in front of him has the sun. But this is very important, a Babylonian king being worshipped, and his name was Shemesh. It's because in the Hebrew language, or in the Jews, Shemesh is the sun in the Jewish language.
Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me always. Money coming in all day. Money coming in all pay. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly.
There's a group of people called the ice people and the sun people. Let me tell you about the sun people. The sun people lived under the sun, and the sun gave them everything that they wanted. The sun gave them food. The sun gave them fresh drinking water. The sun gave them animals to make clothing. They never had to steal. They never had to cheat. They never had to manipulate. Why? Because the sun gave them everything. They never had to lock their doors because they never stole from one another, because they was the sun people. And the sun always provides with abundance. They lived in harmony with nature because they lived in harmony with the sun. Then there was another group of people called the ice people. They lived under the ice. It was cold. They didn't have no clean drinking water. They didn't have no fruit, no vegetables, because it was too cold for anything to grow. When they got hungry, they would just eat whatever crawled on the ground. Mice, roaches, ants. If they got too hungry, they would kill each other and eat each other. And blood became wine. These was the ice people. They was manipulative. They was deceitful. They used trickery. You know why? Because they never had enough. So in order to keep what they had to lie to other people to protect what was theirs. And then one day, these ice people who hated nature. Why do the ice people hate nature? Because nature never blessed them. So they don't believe in just letting things happen the way nature wants it to, because nature was never kind to us. And one day the ice people came to the land of the sun people. And they walked in. They said, look at this shit. They got fruit fall.
Okay, so I'm gathering from all the comments that y'all ready for me to dig a little bit deeper. So let's go. But hold on, disclaimer. If you have cognitive dissonance, scroll. I don't even have time for none of that. You want to argue? Scroll. I ain't here to argue. I always present the facts. But more importantly, this is for who it resonates with. And if that's not you, that's okay. Okay, so if you made it this far, then I gather you're ready to learn. So let's go. In John 1:1, it says, in the beginning was the Word, and that Word was with God, and the Word was God. Now, I done told y'all to take it back to the beginning. So if you take it back to the beginning, then you know the Word was not actually words that you write. The word has to be divine because the original people used telepathy. So just like the human brain has billions of neurons that work together to send signals to your body, that is the same thing that is happening with your thoughts. The sun is sending signals to your thoughts. How do you think you're getting thoughts or downloads? Thoughts are electromagnetic representations of neuronal information. So it's pretty much information being sent through your neuron. This same process is how we're able to communicate with telepathy. Now that we got that established, we can discuss that Without the sun, there's no us. Sun represents the spirit because it rises in sync. It's considered the soul of the world because it signifies immortality. The sun is eternally resurrected when it dies or sets. Sun is also known as the purifier of the soul. Over the ages, the ancients not only studied the celestial bodies like the sun, the moon, and the stars, they also made personified versions of this, like with their myths. This is why you have the Greek mythology and the Egyptian stories and the Chinese stories and so on and so forth. But again, it's all classified as mythology. Oddly enough, most of their myths always include some form of sun worship. The Egyptians honored Ra, the sun god. The Greeks honored Helios. Native American tribes still perform a sun dance. And the early Persian cultures celebrated the rising of the sun each day. So y'all catch my drift? Nowadays, if you've seen doing anything regarding the sun, that's considered demonic, taboo even. But guess when it happened? During the rise of Christianity. That's really when everything got flipped upside down and we've been on the wrong path ever since. So the cross of the zodiac that can be seen below, it reflects the places of travel that the sun passes through as it passes through those 12 constellations, the major constellations. Let's talk through the zodiac signs and representations. Aries is represented as the ram or lamb because March or April is the time of year when the lambs are born. Somebody let me know in the comments when the real New Year is. Taurus is the bull because April and May is the time for plowing and tilling. Gemini is the twins, so-called for Castor and Pollux, the twin stars in its constellation, as well as because May and June is the time of the increase or doubling of the sun when it reaches its greatest strength. After the sun reaches its strength, at the summer solstice and begins to diminish in Cancer, June, July, the stars are called the crab who backslides. Leo is the lion because during the heat of July and August, the lions in Egypt would come out of the hot desert. Virgo, originally the great Mother Earth, is the gleaning virgin who holds a sheath of wheat. Rising August and September, the time of harvest. September and October is the balance reflecting the autumn equinox. Days and nights are even again in length. Scorpio is the scorpion because in the desert areas, the fierce storms of October and November were called scorpions. And because this time of the year is the backbiter of the sun as it begins to wane. Sagittarius is the vindictive archer who side wounds and weakens the sun during its approach in November and December towards the winter solstice. In Capricorn, the weakened sun encounters the filthy, illumined he-goat who drags the solar hero down in December and January. Aquarius is the water bearer because January, February is the time of winter rains. Pisces is represented by the fishes because February and March is the time when thinning ice is broken and the fattened fish are plucked out. Remember when I said the different cultures personified the story of the sun and pretty much made it their own? So look, the Sumerians, 2600 BC, before Christ, y'all. They just be giving y'all the proof right in the pudding. Tammuz, born on December 25th. Who else was born on December 25th? Oh, and what do we have here? Tammuz was born of a virgin. Tammuz was also known as the Lord and Savior and the healer. Tammuz was mocked and humiliated. He descended into the underworld and then raised from the dead. We have Horus from Egypt, 3000 BC, and Horus performed miracles too. He was also the Lamb of God, the light. He was crucified, dead for 3 days, and resurrected. Okay, now, so y'all saw that was BC, before Christ, right? So that means that those stories were already out there before Christ even came along. So now who's telling the truth? See, this is why I always say that Bible is a lot of truth mixed in with a lot of lies. I have so much more to say, but I think this is enough for now. Y'all let me know in the comments if you want a part 2. So let me know your thoughts so far. If y'all do want a part 2, I think I'm going to dig into these scriptures a little bit more. If you feel triggered in any kind of way, that's really like a you problem. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at the preachers. Be mad at those type of people. Be mad at the people who's responsible for upholding this patriarchal system that makes you believe that there's one man in the sky watching all of us. Anyway, Peace, love, and light. And thank y'all for watching as always. I love all of y'all.
Sun gazing is an ancient Egyptian practice that will drastically improve your life on all levels, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Now, the 30-minute window when the sun rises and the sun sets, because the sun actually doesn't rise or set, it just comes in and out of our perspective, it is actually safe to gaze at the sun. Not only is it safe, but it will improve your eyesight, improve your endocrine health, improve your sleep cycles. It balances melatonin and serotonin levels, which is your feel-good chemicals. It will boost your energy, and most importantly, it will decalcify the pineal gland. Now, the ancient Egyptians realized how important sun gazing is as they depicted it in their iconography. You can also see here when the rays of the sun hit the eyes of the ancient Egyptian god is presented with the Ankh. Now, the Ankh is the symbol of eternal life. It represents spirituality, duality, feminine and masculine. And the sun is quite literally the giver of all life. Now, these people did not worship the sun like you have been indoctrinated to believe. Worshipping is something that Christians do with Jesus. They understood that without the sun, there would be no life on earth. And in turn, they paid their endless gratitude and respect towards the sun. And this is exactly why we have been indoctrinated since birth to fear the sun. Oh, the sun causes cancer, wear sunglasses, wear sunscreen. It's all bullshit, because they know that the sun will upgrade your DNA and elevate your consciousness, and it will tap you into your true divinity. This is why these people were able to accomplish wonders. Being afraid of the one thing that gives life to everything on this earth is the highest form of manipulation and brainwashing. So go out and sun gaze. Peace and love.
Good morning. Now that you've gotten some basic information about the sun and how it's so important in your everyday life, I'm going to tell you about all the information that I know about the sun. And don't forget to join the membership program so you can get an everyday update, and also the planets and the angels that are correlated to with that day, and how you can manifest using different magical techniques every single day according to the days and planet of the day, so you can manifest. Anyways, so every day, Monday through Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, again, each day has an angel that is dedicated to that day. That is the day of that angel, and also the day of the planet. So today we're getting our information from this book right here. It's called Everyday Sun Magic by Dorothy Morrison, and it has a lot of information in here. So did you know that the black people, African Americans, are literally, not African Americans, black people, period, Africans, are connected, not just African. I know some people will say, oh, I'm not African, I'm not this, I'm not that. You know what I'm talking about. Black. If you have the melanated skin, that's what I'm talking about, okay? You are directly connected to the sun, and that is the reason why our hair grew out. It doesn't fall down, it grows out because our hair is an antenna to connect us to the sun, and that is the reason why the powers that be, or they, don't want you to have your natural hair. And that is the reason why they say that whenever you wear your natural hair, dreads, or whatever it is, it's considered not tame, it's considered not professional, because they know the power of it. They know that you have the antenna directly connected to the sun, and if you continue to how do I say this, if you wear your hair like it's supposed to naturally, then you will get downloads and informations that will change your life, basically, in a way. But they don't want you to do that because they don't want you to know your own power. They don't want you to know what it is that you can do once you have the knowledge. So anyways, so today we're going to talk about the sun. Today is Monday, and it's not dedicated to the sun, but we'll get to that. So it's actually dedicated to the moon. So Moon Day, Monday, that's what all the days have a planet. So let me just show you. So actually every single day, it is best that you give acknowledgement to the sun. So just like, you would acknowledge God for waking you up every day, the Son of God, which I don't know if I mentioned in the beginning, but the Son of God is not necessarily saying the person like my son, my daughter, but the Son of God, like the sun outside of God. So that's what that actually means. If you didn't know, it didn't mean like the actual son, like a daughter, mother, son. And in astrology, the sun rules everything. It really does, because when you look at your sun sign and your moon sign, so really both of them really rules everything. But the sun is what people see outside when they first meet you. That's how you represent yourself as like your moon sign, for example, or your sun sign. So for example, if you are a Sagittarius sun, people will see when you first meet someone outside, okay, this is the first time I'm meeting you, hey, nice to meet you. I'm meeting your representative, which is the sun part of your astrology. I'm meeting your sun sign. I don't know anything about your moon sign, because your moon sign is only the people who live with you, who really know you, who knows how you are in the moon. You know, the moon is hidden, the secrets, the things that I don't know about you. I'm not going to know about you the first day I meet you. So that's what the moon part comes in. But anyway, so in this book, it has different divinations that you can do to give thanks to the sun every single day for waking you up, you know, the son of God, like they say in the Bible, which is really what they mean, is the sun. Did you know? And also in Indian cultures, they worship the sun on Sundays. So anyway, so over here says daily influence chart. So on Sundays, this day is ruled by the sun. It provides, see, Sunday, this day is ruled by the sun. That's why it's called Sunday. I was born on a Sunday. So yeah, so let me, Monday belongs to the moon. Its energy benefits, it deals with women, family, home, heart, gardening, medicine, beauty, rituals, physical development, and prophetic dreaming. So that's what the moon represents. So let me go to the part where it actually tells you about the angels that is connected to those days, so that way I can tell you at the same time. This book is so amazing. Okay, so here it goes. So these are the sections where I'm going to tell you, and I make my little notes because I want to, you know, do different works based on the days of the sun. So here, Sunday, the planet is sun. Ruling angel is Michael. So Michael rules over Sundays, but in Indian cultures, it's a different god that rules over Sunday. But it's still, they still see them as Michael, because all of the gods in different cultures are named differently and they look differently, but the energy is still the same. Okay, so Sunday is ruled by Michael, Archangel Michael. The incense is frankincense. Candle color is yellow. Yellow because the sun is yellow. So you could also do Oshun work on Sundays because she's also son of God and her color is yellow. And on Sunday, if you wanted to say some affirmation, I'm just going to run briefly through the affirmations. So it says, oh glory, glowing son of fire, fairy lights, I thank you for the day and for the blessings that you bestowed. As I go on my way, I ask your blessings of success today, Almighty Sun, and that your angel Michael watch over me until day is done. So you're basically using all of them, and if you want to do a ritual with that, I could show you how to do a ritual with that, but you would basically use a yellow candle, a frankincense incense, and you would dedicate it to Archangel Michael or the sun or Jesus, whatever you want to do. But it all is all connected. But since we are on today is Monday, so at the very end of the video, I will teach you a beauty spell that you could do using the moon and also cinnamon. So let me go ahead and just tell you about Monday. So Mondays is, the planet is the moon, and the angel is Gabriel, and the incense is jasmine. The color is white. So here it is, so you guys don't think I'm making this shit up. Can you see it? It's not focusing. Okay. You can probably see a little bit. Okay, so then it says you would do this work towards the evening time because the moon is out, you know. So you get your white candle, get them jasmine, you know, cinnamon, and dedicate it to Archangel Michael or Gabriel. So then the affirmation would be, "O shimmering moon of silver light, please bless me on this day and send your angel Gabriel to help me on my way. Please lend your strength to all I do, uncovering all deceptions, unveiling every mystery today without exception." So you see how it's saying to unveil all deceptions. So you're basically working with Archangel Gabriel to reveal secrets to you. So if you feel like somebody's lying to you, you can do this ritual on a Monday using Archangel Gabriel to reveal secrets. But also, the moon also represents the mother, water, and also beauty. What you could do, because the moon also correlates with like Venus, so you could get cinnamon sticks, right? This is the beauty one. So listen carefully. You could do this every Monday for beauty. It's like a glamour spell almost, right? So you'll get some cinnamon, you'll get some honey, and you'll get some vanilla. Vanilla, you'll take a big pot of water, you'll boil the water, put your cinnamon sticks in here. So right now I'm actually drinking cinnamon tea. I don't know if you guys can see the cinnamon with some bay leaves and moringa. But you'll take your cinnamon sticks, 3 or 4 cinnamon sticks. I say 3 because I like to work with the numbers. You put in the water, you put a few drops of vanilla extracts, you put a few drops of honey. The honey is for sweetening. The cinnamon is to spice things up, because whenever you're working with those herbs, you have to know what they do so you can set the intentions to do the work. You cannot just do it and then say, oh, well, it didn't work. You have to set the intention. So you put the cinnamon, you put the vanilla extract, and you put the honey in there. You mix it clockwise. And while you're saying your affirmation, you can even read a psalm over it, but I don't know any, well, I do know, but I can't think on the top of my head right now of any psalms that helps beauty. But you will say it, and then you bathe yourself, then leave yourself to air dry while you look yourself in the mirror and say your beauty affirmations, and there you go. You can do it every single night before bed, or every Monday before bed. Good luck. Let me know how it works for you.